Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Javen, and look out today. Listen, bro, I want to talk to you real quick, and specifically, Mike Wang, aka Baluba. I want to have a chat, okay? Mike Wang, why every year, okay? And we had these discussions about what's going on with this game and this franchise, what happened to it, bro. Why is the gameplay on this game the way it is? I mean, you talk about sluggish, losing control. No, it's like my players on this game, Mike Wang, don't belong in the NBA. And I want to try to sit here and and I feel like the videos I've dropped, I have the answer. Like, we already have the solutions to why it is the way it is. Because clearly, like I told you, I was 1,000,000% correct on what was gonna happen with this game before it even came out. But it's like, the more you even get to play, or you can't even hoop on 2K no more. It doesn't feel like you're my player as an NBA player, and it's not a skill thing. I promise you, it's not. It's not a skill thing. Because what y'all are going to tend to say is, see, it ain't even that. Y'all just not good at the game. I'm going to tell y'all something, bro. The 2Ks that people always mention that they liked and had fun with, it wasn't about following the meta. There were so many things in the game to where you didn't have to be on a meta situation. Because what some of y'all are going to tend to say is, oh, you're not using the right SIGs, you're not doing that. Back then, gang, it wasn't even about all the time having the right, especially if you just want to hop on the game and just play basketball, just get a game or three in, right? You can't even, well, I'm gonna tell you this, right? Me having free access to play this game, right? I feel like it's a disconnection. Every time I hop on this account just to, get a run or two in, it's always something like, bro, like, is it like, what has happened? Like, the gameplay, and that's what I be saying. Like, again, I have my own opinion, I have your own opinion, right? But when people are sitting there saying the game is good, I'm like, dang, what game did you play? This gameplay is not good. It is bad. It's sluggish. It's slow. It's boring. I don't mean by it's boring, bro. You ever put on a G League game? And no disrespect to the G League players, okay? We get that you're trying to be professional, bro. But when I watch a G League game, I'm tending to doze off, because that's what it feels like your my player belongs in. That's what it feels like. And no, it's like I said, it's not a skill thing. You didn't have to left right to have fun on 2K19. You didn't have to do that. But on 2K26, it feels like you have to have the perfect right SIGs that everybody else is using to just have some sort of enjoyment of playing the game. And you shouldn't, and no video game that should be the case. Don't get me started about shooting over the AI. But this is what I'm saying. Mike Wang, didn't you say before the game came out, and you said this for years, that the AI can be able to play D? Gang, how many, and this is what I be saying, like, bro, how many years have we seen this stuff? We're seeing the same story, just a different year. It's the same thing. It's like, bro, y'all really trying to make improvements? Because if you ask me, Mike Wang, your game is, the gameplay has gotten worse. Okay, yesterday morning, I was looking through my old live streams, right? I told y'all, sometimes you got to be a fan of your own work, right? I'm looking back at my 2K23 live streams, and no, I'm not saying that game was good. I'm not saying it. I told you I didn't like those games either, right? But the thing about 2K23, you could play the game, you can get some games in, right? My issue with 2K23 was there was no balance. There was a lot of BS in the game, online experience wise, right? And there's a lot of also inconsistency with gameplay. So we're not excusing that. But when you look at 2K23, I didn't feel like the gameplay was that bad. I feel like just having the multiple shot timings and you having all this extra stuff and, just things getting boring is what, made that game not really last. Also, you adding all in the battle pass and BS, things like that. Y'all get what I mean, right? But to me, the gameplay wasn't like that bad. It feels like 2K26, 2K25. Like, I feel like 25's gameplay is faster than 2K26. Like, and that's just me. Like, you do behind the back on 2K26, your player is fumbling the ball. I don't care if you got a 99 ball handle. Your player is going to lose the ball. He's going to lose the ball. It's like he does not belong in the NBA. And it should not be like that. It shouldn't be like that. I don't know what y'all are doing, Baluba. When y'all are making these games, what are y'all working on? Are y'all really just back there saying, okay, hey, let's do what we did last year and let's just try to scrabble over this? Like, just like how y'all do with the uniforms. When people clearly are telling y'all, yo, the rec, it could be way much more better looking wise, experience wise. Instead of y'all trying to make it a difference, y'all just scrabble over what y'all did and act like, oh, we changed it. And in reality, y'all didn't change it. And here's how I know y'all didn't change it. Look at the results of the game. You're having the same conversations the same type of videos, the same type of results. That's how I know whatever y'all are working on isn't working. When you're getting the same results that you just seen a couple of months ago or a couple of years ago, right? Meaning these last couple of years, when it comes to 2K, you ain't seeing but the negativity. And that's why I be telling y'all, anytime when a big creator gets an opportunity to take their community somewhere else, they gonna do it and they not coming back to this hole. And you can't blame them. I mean, I don't, whether it's a catch animation, whether it's, you know, trying to actually play defense, it's like this game won't allow you to do it. It won't allow you to do it. It won't. I don't understand what y'all work on gameplay wise. It's whatever it is you need to get it ain't working, gang. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. Speed up, slow downs. And I told you about the multiple shot. All of this stuff is not working. It's failing. Look at the results of the game. And it just irritates me to the point where it's like, bro, I got to talk about this again. Because I know, I told you, there's a lot of creators, they probably dealing with this too. But they're like, hey, I'm going to just make my money off of 2K and just move on. Because they already know how shitty this is. You see what I'm saying? They already know, like, bro, that's just what 2K is going to be. So I'm going to just make my money off them and just not care. But to me, it's not even about the money to me. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to know, what are y'all working on with gameplay? Because this is not, listen, y'all, this ain't it, okay? This is not it. It's not it, okay? It's not fun. It's not rewarding. It's not basketball, okay? It's literally just bad, okay? And again, that might sound like, you know, you're just trying to sound negative. But if you look at my last live streams, because what y'all tend to say is, oh, you only probably played 1 or 2 games. If you look at my couple of last live streams when I got on here, really just to talk to y'all, but instead of just sitting there playing 2K TV in the background, I hop in the rec and get a couple of random games, right? I mean, the dunk animations. I think this bro right here gets a 90 driving dunk. Slow. I mean, he's moving in slow motion. You know, like in a movie or a TV show or a series, whatever you want to call it. And the player, you know, the person drives in to dunk the ball and it's like everything's in slow motion. Why is that like this on this game? Not even just dunks, layups too, right? Going up for a layup, you're moving in slow motion. You're in the NBA. You're supposed to be NBA stars, NBA phenoms. And you wonder why the disconnect is no longer there with the NBA fan base. Because after, let's say, for example, they seen Anthony Edwards go in there, you know, he have a game where he dropped 50 some points. They like, oh, I'm about to hop on 2K. Ant was going crazy. You're not going to get that experience because the game's not going to let you. The game is going to give you animations that are just losing, whether it is a guard or a big. They're going to give you animations to where it slows you down and you don't have control of what the outcome is. That's why I said when they added, you got to time layups and dunks was one of the dumbest things they could do, because you're making things more complicated when you can just keep it simple basketball. The 2Ks that people mention, whether it's a 2K14, 2K16, 2K19, 2K17, I'm pretty sure I just said it, 2K16. Nobody's saying these games were great, but they're saying those games were fun, right? And those games, they were about basketball. They weren't complicated. What you have now, Mike Wang, isn't fun, isn't basketball, and it's losing a lot of the players. It's losing. Okay, it's not, because see what's going to happen is people are going to say like, all they got to do is get rid of the cheaters. Bullshit. It's more than just the cheaters. It's not even just get rid of the cheaters. The gameplay has regressed big time. Oh, but what happened before the game came out? Oh, you know, there's going to be fast-paced pro play. They're going to revamp pro play. They're going to revamp rhythm shooting. All of this stuff, they want you to, you know, get y'all excited and show like, oh, it's not going to be what you think it is. And it's exactly what I knew it was going to be. But it's not even, hey, I got to make a rant about this. It's, bro, why? It's like I told you, when I had these talks about 2K, I don't even be mad. I just be disappointed, because it's like, bro, instead of them even taking steps forward, it gets worse and worse. Like, you cannot tell me right now if they announce like, oh, you know, the cover athlete of 2K27, nobody's going to give a fuck. Nobody is, because there was nothing about 2K26 that like, oh, you know, they improved there. There was nothing about this game from 2K25 that improved. What you gonna say? Oh, they took RNG out of shooting. There's still RNG in the game, and they literally told us that. There's still RNG in the game. They just took it out of the shooting part, which I feel like it's still in the game both ways, because they can say a lot of stuff, but once you get your hands on the game and get the experience what's going on, you're like, hold on, I thought they said they did this, until you play the game. So it's like, when you look at the aspect of 2K, or when you look at the situation of 2K, it's like, bro, you can't expect nothing to improve, because Mike Wing, your game has regressed and it's still regressing. And y'all put all of this effort into, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, I feel like why some of these 2Ks, ever since Next Gen was out, I feel like why they didn't last. 2K22, because I didn't play 2K21. 2K22, I just feel like it got boring quick. I feel like them being lazy and not really showing like, yo, like we can make this change of the experiences, whether it's a location or something like that. I just feel like it got played out real quick and people got tired of it. And then you had the inconsistency with gameplay, whether it's jump shots, whether it's movement, or whatever they were doing with the game. Not to mention, we already know about the season pass or battle pass BS they be having going on in the game. 2K23, there was just no balance, right? I mean, there's no balance, the lack of creativity once again, right? And we're not talking about just the wreck. We're talking about just things in the game that would make you want to play the game. And that's the thing, like whether it's rewards or, how the game goes. There's just nothing about the game that made you want to actually keep on the game. Not to mention, you could just get to a 99 day one, right? If you wanted to, which is like, that doesn't keep you on the game. So it's like, hey, like, what about these games? What's the problem? And I feel like out of all of those problems that I just named to you, easily can be fixed, right? You just have to actually want to make it better, want to be different, instead of just, let's not, go backwards here. And I feel like from 25, what they did was, even though these things did not work, whether it's the powered by BS or the rhythm shooting, let's act like, not even act like, let's, say, oh, we're going to make it better and it's going to be better. When it clearly did not work, it clearly did not become better, it regressed. And it brought in more people that are going to find ways to get around things. Obviously the cheating stuff, right? So it's like, what is the next step? Honestly, Mike Wing, because, bro, your gameplay has, like, honestly, like, I don't even think you can, after 2K26, I don't think there's no way you can ever say, like, y'all can trust us, like, trust the community that we're working to make a good game. Like, I think that's gone. Especially if they drop GTA, I think it's a wrap, gang. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Because this is bad. Go to my last couple, look at how the movement of the game, look at the animations, all of this stuff is just bad. And again, if you're gonna say, well, you're using the wrong SIGs or something like that, it shouldn't be about whether you're using the right SIGs or not. Meaning, it shouldn't be you're using the wrong jump shot, you're using the wrong, like, you shouldn't have to copy the meta to have a decent experience on a video game. Because what did you hear? How many times we hear every year that 2K's adding 500 or not, all of these animations of NBA players, which is really just AI that hasn't worked, right? To where it's like, bro, you mean to tell me the best y'all can do is just put NBA animations in the game? Which is cap, because guess what? In those previous 2Ks that I said a lot of people liked and they had fun with, not even liked, but they had a lot of fun with, you had jump shot 1, jump shot 2, jump shot 11, jump shot. You had a variety of options instead of just NBA players. To where it's like, gang, what is, like, when 2K has, this isn't a franchise that is just, they're that All-American that is not just good anymore, right? They're that All-American that has no chance, like, ever. Like, it's gone. Like I told you, if they were to announce the cover athlete for 2K27, nobody's gonna care. I promise you, nobody's gonna care. Nobody is. And I don't play my team, so I can't speak for my team, but I'm pretty sure they're BSing people on my team as well. But it's like, when we talk about the gameplay, bro, I'm just so disappointed in how this game just continued to regress. And it's not surprising to me, because like I said, off the information they were telling us alone, I was like, bruh, I don't see this being a major improvement. I don't see this game getting any better because what you're telling us is something that you told us in 2K25. It's something that you showed us in 2K24, and those games didn't work. Right? So how all of a sudden they're gonna work now? And they didn't work again. So that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, Beluba, aka Mike Wang, bro, I don't know what you did to gameplay, but this is awful. This is atrocious, bro. It's atrocious. It's bad. It really is. And it's honestly sad because, like I said, you can't even hop on 2K just to chill anymore, bro. You can't do it. It's not worth of doing it. It's not. If you just want to chill and relax, don't play. And y'all be like, oh, well, the devs, like, they probably, I feel the devs know it's bad. You know what I'm saying? They probably know, oh, that's why we don't even care to play it. Because they already know. But there's no way. And again, y'all let me know if I'm right or wrong. Let me know how y'all feel, right? But I'm gonna have my opinion regardless. When I play a game, when I go back and look at my streams like a 2K23, right? I'm like, bro, the gameplay, like, that did the gameplay look better than what you have now? Like, the gameplay you have now is like your player is playing with a like he's like limited. He can't, you're not going to see his full potential because for some reason it's like 2K is holding everybody's back to where you're not going to see your full potential, because if you see your full potential, you're not going to want to make another build, right? So therefore you're not going to want to spend any more money, which is probably the bingo right there. That's probably why it is the way it is, because if they give you a game to where it's fun and you got full control, you're not dealing with all of this sluggish BS, you're slowed down, they know y'all probably not gonna make no more builds like that. But which it sounds kind of dumb, because if somebody's having a good time, they're having fun, that tells me they probably gonna want to spend more money on the game. But you know, y'all looking as it is, let's limit this stuff, let's make this 10 times worse, where they think their builds are broken and they're gonna make a different one, knowing it's not gonna make a difference. Because guess what, these things that are supposed to be a difference, they clearly weren't a difference in these previous 2Ks that didn't work out. So I'm trying to figure out, what are y'all doing? But like I said, bro, let me know y'all feel about this in the comment section. And this is why I feel the way I feel about when people saying they gave us a good game, it's just the cheaters. That's BS. This is not, the gameplay is not good, bro. And if, I'm gonna say this by the way too, because I know you're gonna have someone in the comment section say, oh, like, bro, like my team, we run it up. Play without your team and tell me how you feel then. And I've said this before a lot of times. If you play with a team 24/7, you really can't have an opinion. Because it's just like the animation stuff. If you just rock with the meta of animations, right? You're probably gonna say, like, oh, like, bro, like, I'm not having no issues. You're running with the meta stuff, right? If you're playing with a team and y'all running some, you know, meta lineup, you're probably gonna be like, oh, well, we're winning games. You're not seeing the game for what it really is. You're just doing what everybody else is doing. So therefore, you're like, oh, well, I'm just doing what everybody else is doing. I don't really see no issues. You shouldn't have to do that to just chill and relax. Like, some of y'all are really getting on this game forehead to the monitor, running a zone and wrecking things like that. And you don't even make no content. You know what I'm saying? It'd be mind-blowing to me. It's like y'all be locked in for a game that you can't even just run. And no, I'm not making this video because I ran into some team that's running a zone and wreck, which a zone and wreck is crazy, especially if you're not making no content. I ain't gonna lie. But it's like, I just expected the gameplay to be an advantage for 2K. And that's, if anything's been the worst thing for the game. And that's why you've seen a lot of people just find ways to just cheat. In my opinion, because you just got too much going on. And the stuff that they got too much going on, it didn't work. And they showed us that in previous 2Ks. But like I said, I'm tired of talking in circles. We'll talk later. But yeah, man, I just don't agree with the gameplay, y'all. And I'm talking so fast, I'm starting over my own words. I just don't agree with the gameplay. I don't like the gameplay. And I'm really, at the end of the day, I'm really disappointed in the gameplay. And what you're going to have people in the comment section is y'all complain, the content creators are to blame. And it's like, bro, I'm going to ask you this question. I'm going to ask y'all this for the one last time. If content creators are to blame, why do you beg content creators to drop videos about certain things? There is a reason for why you keep coming back to the content creators that you keep saying are the reason why the game is the way it is. But you continue to find where they're at, what they're playing. Because you're not satisfied. And it's okay. But don't just try to sit here and say, oh, y'all just want to sit here and complain. But y'all are the same ones who want to say, oh, y'all lame for not wanting to put somebody on or help somebody grow their platform. Because you want to know why? Because you're still thinking that this is 2016 to where you could just stream 2K. You're gonna build a real audience, right? An audience that wants to see you win and they want to see you in a great vibe, great mood. You think that's the case right now, and it's not. Right, so therefore you're looking at it like, oh, well, the content creators ain't shouting me out, they ain't putting me on, so I don't really, y'all just complain at the end of the day. But there's a reason why you keep coming back. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, this is why I'm just more like disappointed, because you're not seeing anything get better with 2K. You're not. You're just seeing things get worse. Whether it's the animations, whether it's the gameplay, whether it's the game speed, all of this stuff. And I told y'all, once they had that first patch, the game was going to be popped. I told y'all that. I said, bro, this is the first sign they're going to ruin their game. And it was. The gameplay has been awful. Awful. Terrible. I don't care what nobody talking about. I don't care what nobody talking about. This is not a good basketball game. It's not. You know what I'm saying? But, you know... And this is why people say, oh, you don't have to play it. I really don't tend to play it. And when the times I stream, I get on here to talk to y'all. Because I stream Battlefield, right? I don't care if there's nobody in there. That's the game I want to play. This is what y'all got to understand. I've already told you this. Just because I'm streaming something, it's not getting that many views, don't mean I'm going to stop doing it. Like, bro, I'm going to stream and I'm going to play what I want to play. You see what I'm saying? But this game right here just brings me to... just disappointment instead of anger. Like, some of y'all are mad and angry. I'm more disappointed in 2K, because the point of me making these videos, I wanted them to, you know, prove me wrong, get better. These games have regressed. Whether it's gameplay, whether it's the direction, whether it's the player base, everything has gotten bad. Even the rewards, they ain't got nothing to do with basketball. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, bro, it's your boy J Mid. Y'all stay hydrated. Y'all keep drinking y'all water. I'm gone, man. I'm just disappointed, man. And Mike Wang, I'm disappointed in you as well, bro. Disappearing every single year, every couple of months, and then acting like the next 2K is gonna be way better and different, man. It's y'all should be ashamed, bro. It's just sad, bro. This is terrible, bro, and awful. I'm gone, bro. J Mid signing out.